Now, it's my pleasure to introduce our guest for this evening, Deborah Pauly. She's driven all the way from Orange County. We really appreciate that. I've heard her speak a number of times, including at the 9/11 rally here in Redlands last year. Did a great job there. So we are exceedingly pleased for that. She is a councilwoman in Villa Park. She's on the Orange County Central Committee, the Republican Central Committee, and she caused enough problems there that they tried to kick her off the committee. So she's our kind of person right there. She's been Woman of the Year twice. She didn't get it right the first time, so they made her Woman of the Year a second time, see if she can get it right. And Deborah Pauly, you're on, and you will not be disappointed.
Oh, he's way taller than me, and I'm not really that short. Let me get myself situated here. Thank you. It's actually great to be out in Redlands again. I was here about 1 year ago as we were commemorating 9/11. I kind of hate that they want to call it Patriot Day. That's not really what I think about when I think about 9/11. Is that what you think about? Not at all. I think about when our country was attacked. That's what I think about. It was an act of war, and we didn't respond properly, and we're still not responding properly. You know, I've been saying this on my Facebook wall and on Twitter, and I've got some cards over here. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter. Please follow me and friend me if you haven't already. I know some of you have. 9/11 is a week from today, right? You need to be aware, and you need to be vigilant. If our government won't do it, we need to do it. I'm just going to start out by saying that right away. I plan on trying to light you up a little bit, you know? First of all, I want to say I love this room. I've never been here before. This is a great room. It's charming, and it's wonderful to be back with the Redlands Tea Party group. I was invited probably 50 times to go listen to Cash and Carry debate Jerry Brown, and I was just so interested. You can see where I am. Anyway, the last time I was here, things were really bad. And they've only gotten much worse. So I'm going to just say, first of all, God bless you all for being here. It means that you care. I am an American patriot. That means I love my country. It doesn't necessarily mean I love my government. As a matter of fact, right now, I don't like very many of them at all. Are you American patriots? All right, you know your duty. The duty of an American patriot is to protect their country from their government. That's what Thomas Paine said, and I guess they knew what they were talking about when they founded this country. Greg asked me to give my very best battle speech. We're heading into a very important season, and I want you to know that you have got the power. You have got it. United we will stand, divided we will fall. We cannot let this happen. The Tea Party movement continues to grow. It is getting larger because our elected officials still haven't listened to us. I guess we're going to have to talk a little bit louder. This is a call to arms for the year. And if we show up and keep showing up, maybe they will start to listen. They honestly believe that we will go away. Do you plan on going away? No. Not at all. I am boiling mad. I am really furious. Are you boiling mad? Are you just boiling mad at what you're seeing happen?
Yes.
Are you taxed enough already? Yes. Yes. Government has been turning up the heat on hard-working, law-abiding citizens, the contributors to our society, to the point where we are finally boiling mad. We are boiling mad. We, the people, are finally just boiling mad. Well, you want to know what? That is just fine, because it takes boiling water to brew tea. Yes. I want to let the power-hungry, income-sucking egomaniacs in Washington and Sacramento hear us, and hear us loud and clear. We are taxed enough already, and we are fed up. I have been watching all of this unfold and thinking, you know, what are they doing to my country? I was raised to love my country. I was raised as a little girl to go to the 4th of July parade. I was raised to stand up and put my hand over my heart when the flag went by. That's what I was taught. Are our children being taught that today? I joined the United States Air Force and I served with pride. I love my country. My son, my beautiful 23-year-old son, is a Marine. He's in Afghanistan right now. There are plenty of other people just like you and me in this country right now. And it's time for us to quit being quiet, because they are systematically dismantling our country and ripping it from its foundational core. They're disrespecting everything America has ever stood for. Last year, when I was here, we were talking about stimulus and bailouts and pork-laden spending, and guess what we're talking about this year? Stimulus and bailouts and pork barrel spending, plus the complete takeover of our entire healthcare system, which is 1/6 of our economy, the open border surge, which they're calling a humanitarian crisis, the rising strength of Putin's Russia. Didn't Ronald Reagan put that issue to bed for us already? Yes, he did. And a brutal, shocking rise of radicalized Islam that has declared the establishment of an Islamic caliphate. They've declared it. They've established it. When they ran their planes into our buildings, it was an act of war. They made it perfectly clear what they were doing. They were attacking our economic might with the World Trade Center. They were attacking our military when they attacked the Pentagon, right? And they were planning on attacking our government. They were planning on taking that 4th plane into the Capitol building or someplace nearby it. And when they attack our government, regardless of what the elected officials think that are living in those hallowed halls, they are attacking us. We, the people, are the government. So the Democrats have forcibly, and I will lay most of it at the feet of the Democrats. Although I've got some Republicans that have been making me pretty angry lately too, like the poser cash and carry. The Democrats have forcibly violated our entire system of government. You and I know that by the manner in which they passed laws, both here and in Sacramento. And one of those is an example that we were talking about the CARB gas tax, which is going to go into effect. CARB is levying that. The California Air Resources Board is just magically deciding what the number is going to be that they are going to add on to the gas per gallon. They're doing that as punishment to the petroleum industry, right? And those of us who drive, because they don't want us to drive. They don't want us to drive. They want us to get on the bullet train. They want us to ride our bikes. They want us to walk, but we're not supposed to drive. I don't know how I would have had to leave, yesterday to be here tonight if I didn't drive. And we even had Democrats who recognize how devastating this is going to be to the economy and wrote a piece of legislation just to delay it. We had a Republican, Senator Andy Vidak, who wrote a piece of legislation to completely exempt transportation fuels. And they passed out of the respective committees, and guess what they did with it? They sent it to the Senate Rules Committee, where Darrell Steinberg sat on it and refused to allow it out for even debate, because he knew if they debated it, it would probably pass out and it would pass on the floor, because it hurts everyone. Not just the wealthy, not just the middle class, not just the poor, everyone. I have an article here, and I'll be glad to send that PDF off to Greg for you to look at and share with everyone. You could just take that PDF and shoot it out to let people know, because we still need to educate them on exactly how Sacramento is working and what they are doing to you and me and our state, and quite frankly, the entire country. They are forcibly violating you by refusing to listen to you. We the people united, us together, our Constitution still stands. It still stands. And according to that Constitution, you have the power. We have the power. I want you to look around you. I cannot believe the number of people in this room, but these are your fellow brothers and sisters in this battle. They're in this battle with you. You need to continue adding to your numbers to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Our posterity. That means our children and our children's children. That's what the founders were talking about. What we pass on. Our parents had a higher quality of life than our grandparents, right? I have enjoyed a higher quality of life than my parents, but I am really, really worried about what I'm passing on to my children. When Obama was talking about fundamentally changing the country and spreading around the wealth, I think many people thought he was talking about spreading it around inside our borders. That is not what he was talking about. He was talking about spreading the wealth so that we would have to become at least equal to a third world country in order for his vision to be effective. You know, my parents worked hard. My grandparents worked really hard, and I have worked really hard. Things were not handed to me. How about you? Did you have to work hard for everything you got? We worked hard because we love our family and we want to give something to them, but the government is callously taking that away from us. They are taking away our future, and they are sucking the freedom right out of our country in so doing. And I am not going to let them do that. Are you? No. We are not going to let them do that. We are not going to give up. They are taking from us, every time they take something from us, they give it back, they kind of meet it back out with a little eyedropper, you know, so that they can look like they're giving us something, but all they're giving us is what they took from us in the first place. Okay, they're acting like some benevolent king. Their goal is to turn us all into beggars and fearful, begging to get some of our money back. Oh, please. They're stealing from us, they're stealing from our children, they're stealing from our grandchildren, they're stealing our future. We the people are connected in this battle. Here throughout Southern California, throughout the state, and throughout the nation, we are not the minority. We have just been busy living our lives, right? We've been working and contributing and getting our kids to school and, you know, leading the brownie troop and getting our kids to their piano lessons and soccer, and that's what we've been going to church. And that's what we've been doing while they've been plotting and scheming and being evil. Now, there's been a lot of name-calling about the Tea Party meetings, and the Patriots who attend them. Have you been called any names for attending Tea Party meetings or being part of the Tea Party? Yeah, I'm sure you have, like. This woman deserves a round of applause. She rocks it. She is everywhere. She's not just representing you, but she's networking with those that are just like you. Know that you are not alone. They're calling you names for a reason. They're calling me names. Oh my goodness, I have been called everything. I'm a nutcase. Who do I think I am? Sarah Palin. She's a nutcase. I'm an Islamophobe. You bet. You know what I am? I am an Islamophobe. I admit it. I am. I'm a hater. I'm a racist. You know what? I am none of those things. I am none of those things. This year, there's been an organized effort to declare war on the Tea Party. It's been going on for a couple years now, right? And the thing that really irritates me, you know, Democrats, I expect it from them. I expect it from them. It's the Republicans who've been involved in it that bother me. You know, why are they doing this? You want to know why they're doing it? Because we the people are starting to have an effect, and they know it. You're paying attention to how they're voting. You're holding them accountable, and they don't like it, no matter what party they're in. But you have a right to do it because you have the power. Unless we allow them to take it from us, we have the power. So they have to neutralize us, right? This is how they do it. They try to discredit us. They try to marginalize us. They try to isolate us from the pack, right? Classic, you know, art of war stuff. Well, you know what? American patriots are pretty fine about war. We know exactly how to fight a war, and we know how to win it. None of the stuff that's going on right now would be going on if we were in charge, would it? Oh, no, it wouldn't. Patriotic American citizens that were once silent, busy working, taking care of your families, running businesses, producing, taking responsibility, paying for your way, paying for his way, paying for her way, paying for an ever-increasing, hyper-burdening taxes so everyone else can live off the fruits of our labor. They mean to neutralize us, we the people. Do not let the name-calling or infiltration that occurs affect your actions. You know who you are. You know who you are, right? When you accommodate them, they advance. They just do. Good. You're falling back. You're scared. When you resist and push back, they will retreat. They will reel. And if enough of us show up, they don't have a choice. So this is the deal. Do not stand down, not now, no quitting allowed, because we are making a difference, and in a little bit, I'm going to give you some ways to continue making a difference right here in your own backyard, aside from what you've heard here. Are you tired of me yet? No! Good, because I'm not tired of you either. Now, there's been a lot of discussion about who these Tea Party people are. Now, who are we? What do we want? What does all this mean? It really confuses a lot of them. I read an article in the newspaper not too long ago that said that the Tea Party movement, it was really clear. They said, the quote was, "It's really clear what the activists are against, but we really can't tell what it is they're for." Really? Really? You can't tell what we the people are for? Is it really that complicated for the liberal media, the progressive Democrats, and the entrenched establishment Republicans to get it? So I jotted down just a couple of ideas what I think we're for, and then I want you to tell me if you think I got it right. Number one, we are for America. That's right. America comes first, Americans come first. We believe America is good. We believe we love America. We don't want this change that's being forced upon us. We do not want America changed. We want it restored. We want it to restore it the way it was when it was a great republic and had the fear, that's what it takes, the fear and admiration of the rest of the world. That is what we want. That's what we are for. We are for America. And we are for God. We believe in America as one nation under God. And we know that it is God that has caused our land to prosper. And we are for acknowledging that. We need to acknowledge that fact. Obstacles are an opportunity for God to do His good work. That's what this is right now. We are facing a mighty obstacle right now. Our own overgrown, audacious, insolent, and arrogant government, right? We must credit God. We must turn back to Him. We have stood idly by while the liberals have forced some invented fictional separation between church and state that appears nowhere in our Constitution. They have forced it upon us, and our Constitution actually it ensures us freedom of religion, not freedom from religion, and our founders knew that. And they knew that the effectiveness of our Constitution was contingent upon the government being a moral and religious people. John Adams said that our Constitution was wholly inadequate to the government of any other. And I'm going to tell you, perhaps that is why there are those who have worked so hard to push God out of our country, out of our schools, and out of our public halls, and out of our town squares. It is the first step in the destruction of our Constitution. That's right. If you leave a hole, and there's a hole there, people will naturally try to fill that hole, and that's what our young people are doing right now. They're trying to fill a hole that's been pushed upon us. And if we have sat complacently by and swallowed the Kool-Aid of political correctness, and now look where we are. Look where we are. You've all heard this. I'm sure you've heard this. I'm going to say it anyway, because I always quote scripture at least once during every speech I give. God's speaking in Jeremiah. If at any time I announce that a nation or kingdom is to be uprooted, torn down, and destroyed, and if that nation I warned repents of its evil, then I will relent and not inflict on it the disaster I had planned. And if at another time I announce that a nation or kingdom is to be built up and planted, and if it does evil in my sight and does not obey me, then I will consider the good I had intended to do for it. I will reconsider it. So where are we on this? You know, we are for God. I am for God. We need to continually pray that He keeps His mighty hand of protection over us and ignores those who try to push Him out, push Him away. We need to stand up for what is good and righteous in His sight. We are for the Constitution. And as it was written, and we don't need any help with deciding what those words mean. We don't need help with interpreting this very straightforward English that was in this document. We know what the meaning of the word is, even if Bill Clinton doesn't. I said I served in the military. I want to know how many of you out there served in the military. Stand up. Stand up. I want to thank you right now. It really doesn't surprise me that so many people in this room stood up. It does not surprise me at all. When you entered the military, every one of you took an oath of office, raising your right hand, swearing to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Right? There is no expiration date on that oath. And I took that oath, and I took it again when I was sworn in as a councilwoman, and sworn again when I was reelected. And I got to tell you, and I take it so seriously. I really do. It's an oath. When I take my oath of office, I do something that most council members don't do. I actually bring my Bible with me. I do it before God and men. And I add at the end, so help me God. So help me God, because God needs to help our elected officials do the right thing. But never in my wildest dreams, any time that I took that oath, did I honestly think I would be defending my Constitution against a domestic enemy. I didn't think that. Did you think that when you took that oath? No. The enemy has promised to destroy us from within, and that is where we are right now. We must stand up to defend our way of life. We have to. This is what we're for. We are for elected officials who realize that they work for us. We are for those who understand that we do not work for them. The purpose of government is to allow us to live quiet and peaceful lives in all godliness. We, the people, have got the power. Government should be involved only in what I call the 3 Ps. To protect life and property, to punish those who seek to harm others and refuse to live by our laws, to promote, but not to provide for the general welfare. That's it. They are failing at all of those things right now, and they're doing all kinds of other stuff. And they don't have enough money because they're doing things they shouldn't even be doing. That's why they have to continually try to extract more from us. If they just got down to the basics and did just those things only, there would be tons of money left over. You know, if 10% is good enough for God, it ought to be good enough for the government. So, we're for limited government, we're for smaller government, we're for freedom, we want government out of our lives, we want to be free to work and enjoy the fruits of our labor, we want the over-regulatory laws and ordinances purged from our books. We are for a system that rewards hard work and innovation, not punishes it. We are for lower taxes And if we have a smaller government, like I said, they won't need so much money. How do I do? Is that pretty much what we believe? How radical you all are to think the same thing. Oh, honestly. You may, yeah, we're extremists. You may feel powerless in the face of all that's going on, but you are not. You are not. Together we can take back this country, and here are some suggestions. Here's the very first one. The California Republican Party is having its convention September 19th through September 21st, right in LA, at the Los Angeles Airport in Marriott. I don't need you to be a registered Republican. I don't even need you to register for the convention. I need you to show up, and I need you to show up and be there when the Tea Party caucus meets. That's what I need you to do. Right in LA. The Tea Party caucus launched a year ago. And I want to tell you, that was where all the action and all the energy of the CRP convention was in Orange County. They had a showing again in the spring. That was where all the action and all of the energy was at the California Republican Party's convention. And let me tell you what, the leadership took note of it. They took note of it. Now, there's only one day that you really, really need to be there, because I know it's a lot to ask people to be there for 3 days, is Saturday, September 20th, the afternoon. That's when the Tea Party caucus will meet. I hope that there are so many Tea Party people that you can't get in the room. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. And that is what has happened. You go to some of the CRP meetings and there's tons of space. They're having a meeting on this and they're having a meeting on that, and they talk and don't do anything. But you go to the Tea Party caucus meeting and every single seat is filled. It's standing room only, 2-3 deep around the wall, and this last one clamoring to get inside the door. You don't think that the Republican Party starts paying attention to that? They need to know. You better back off, because we are the people and we are here, and you will listen to us. I want to add a little bit more incentive for you showing up. When I was driving over here, I got a call from the California coordinator for Run, Ben Carson? Yeah. Ben Carson? And they are looking to meet with team members there. The second in command of Ben Carson's campaign is going to be there, and after the Tea Party caucus, he wants to meet with people who are interested in electing an honorable man. I really want to see you, and please dress so that they know you're Tea Party, and please come up and say hi to me, because I want to see you there too. Vote. I know you all vote, but know who you are voting for. Mike Morrell is outstanding. You are so lucky. You deserve huge kudos for getting him elected. Huge kudos. And Kurt Hagman is a good man. I helped get him elected the first time he ran for assembly. He was kind of young, and there was a party insider in Orange County, because that's when his assembly district scooped all the way down into my area. And I assessed the people who were running, and I thought, he might not be, as experienced. He hasn't had any other elected office, but I see a man of action here. And I haven't been disappointed by Kurt Hagman, so I know he's going to be here with you next month. Please tell him I said hi. Don't listen to mailers. Whoever sends you the most mailers to your house to get you to vote for them, absolutely do not vote for them. That means they have so much money that they're planning, they've already sold their soul, and now they're trying to buy yours with the money that they got. So don't go there. Ads, same deal. We need to continue working to get rid of the rhinos that have hijacked our party. They're there. You know who they are. Get rid of them. Find good candidates. You do the vetting. You decide who you want. Don't let anybody tell you. I learned this lesson the hard way When I wanted to vote for Tom McClintock for governor, and everybody in the leadership of the party said, we need to vote for Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's the only way we're going to get a Republican in the governor's mansion. And I am ashamed to admit, I thought, well, they must know something I don't know. I've never worked so hard to get a Democrat elected in my life, and look what he did to us. It will never happen again. I have decided that I am now the party elder. And I will, even if I'm dead wrong, and even if my guy loses, like, God bless him, Tim Donnelly, even if he loses, I want to be able to look myself in the eye, but more importantly, I want to be able to look my kids in the eye. I voted for an honorable person, not who I was told to vote for. It doesn't do us any good to elect a lousy Republican and say we won, because we didn't win anything, nothing. Here's the last little bit. This is an all hands on deck call to arms. We must take back our country. We must do it this year. Are you, American patriots, ready for that battle? Are you ready? Then you need to join me. You need to continue following these great leaders that you have here and work with them. Get involved. You've got the power to make the difference. If good Americans like you and I work together and we stand strong, we will stand strong as a nation again. And I got to tell you, that victory is going to be so, so sweet. And I enjoy celebrating it with you. I look forward to that. God bless you, and God bless America.